Dear children, a very pleasant morning. Welcome back to English class. I hope you must be taking care of your health and doing the work seriously. Students, today I am going to teach you poem 8, The Trees by Adrian Rich. Before proceeding for the explanation, let me show you the content that I am going to cover up today. About the poet, introduction to the poem, central idea of the poem, explanation along with poetic devices used. A short note about the poet Adrienne Rich. Adrienne Rich was an American poet and essayist. She was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA in 1929. She is the author of nearly 20 volumes of poetry and has been called a feminist and a radical poet. Let's move to the introduction to the poem. This poem, The Trees, by Adrienne Rich, is a highly symbolical poem. In this poem, the poet voiced her feelings strongly to liberate women from suppression. In this poem, the trees symbolically represent women. The poetry takes back to the old times when women were suppressed by a male-dominated society. The poet tried to highlight the liberation of women through this poem. The poet very beautifully reveals how women freed themselves from the clutches of male-dominated society after being confined to the four walls of house and restricted to household chores. Here trees symbolize women. What is the reason that trees symbolize women? Because trees are, students, usually associated with beauty, charm, sweetness, shelter and regeneration. They give life. And women also have all these traits. That's the reason that trees symbolize women. Let's move to the central idea of the poem. The poem, the title Trees, is an extended metaphor for females. This poem, The Trees, relates to women emancipation. In the male-dominated society, women have been forced to live within the four walls of house erected by men. The attempt of the trees to break open the artificial glass houses represent the struggle of women. Women too are struggling to break open the chains and shackles they have been imprisoned in. They are fighting for their liberation, and finally the change really happened. Like the victorious marching of the trees in the poem, the women in the society have also been stepping out of the four walls for their freedom, for their liberty from the artificial barriers created by men. Thus, the poet is quite optimistic that the male dominance will definitely be over and the world will be looking beautiful, which was deprived of beauty so far because of lack of women's presence. This is what the poet wants to convey in this poem. Let's move for the explanation. I am going to explain only one stanza today. Students, you read the poem 2-3 times and just replace the woman in place of trees and think about it so that you can understand well. The trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. See, in this opening stanza, the poet observes that the trees are moving out into the forest. The trees have been moving outside into the forest which was empty all these days, the forest which was empty for a long time. Further she says, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. Since the forest has been empty, no bird could sit on the branches of trees because there were no trees in the forest. No insect could hide into the trees. Even sunlight could never reach inside the shadow of the trees. Actually students, trees can't move. Do you think trees move? Trees are immovable, they can't move from one place to other. But the poet actually uses trees as metaphor for females, for women. The poet actually means to say that the women who were indoors, restricted in the four walls of the houses, are now moving into the outer world, into the world of men. As in a treeless forest, what happens? If there were no trees in a treeless forest, no bird could sit in the branches of the trees, no insect could hide itself, no sun could reach no sun could reach under the shadow of the trees or bury its feet, which show lacking of natural beauty and joy without the presence of trees. Similarly students, without the presence of women, there was no beauty, no joy, no color in the world. This is what the poet wants to say. So, you must have understood the literal meaning as well as metaphorical meaning. Because the trees are moving, so the forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning, and it will be a beautiful forest. In the last two lines the poet says, the forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. The trees, because they are moving into the forest, so the forest which was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning, and by morning it will be a beautiful forest. The poet means to say that after a dark night there will be a pleasant morning. Actually students, night represents darkness. So the poet says it was a dark and dull world without the presence of women. But women are moving out of four walls of their houses towards the world of men. So very soon the world will be beautiful, as the women will make their presence felt in the world of men. The women are ready to beautify the world. So this way the poet very beautifully expresses the literal as well as metaphorical meaning of this stanza. How the trees are moving out into the forest, and lacking of the tree means loss of natural beauty. The same way how the women, they are moving out from the four walls of the houses where they were restricted by the men, and now the world is looking very beautiful, cheerful due to the presence of the women. Hopefully you have understood. Now students, there is no rhyme scheme in this poem. The poem is in free verse. Let's discuss about the poetic devices used in this stanza. In the very first line, the trees inside are moving out into the forest. Here the poetic device used is imagery, because it is a imagery of motion. You can imagine it in your mind, trees moving into the forest. So the poetic device used is imagery. In line number, beginning from second line till last line, the poetic device of enjambment is used, because students, there is no punctuation mark after each line. At last, after morning, there is full stop. So the poetic device of enjambment has been used here in these lines. Next, moving to line number 4 and 5, both the consecutive lines are having started with the word no. It is the poetic device of anaphora has been used here. Next, no sun bury its feet in shadow. Here the sun has been personified. So the poetic device of personification has been used in this line. So hopefully students, you have well understood the poetic devices used: imagery, anaphora, personification and enjambment. These poetic devices are used in this stanza. Rest of the stanzas explanation along with poetic devices we'll do in the next class. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a good day. Thank you.